Hi there, everyone. Welcome to my new show called Knitting with Yarnpote. Today, we are working on a cable knit afghan. So, you're probably like, what the fuck is this video? This seems weird and not what I expected on this channel that only has clip compilations of Dan and Phil. So why am I doing this? I wanted to talk about knitting, and I also wanted to talk about Dan and Phil, and also I wanted to fill in people who may have missed my presence on Tumblr, just like what I've been up to, how's my day been going, and I wanted to upload on this channel. I have a few hundred subscribers, so why would I not want to like post something on there? I mean, I guess that's why I don't want to, because it's like, oh, too much pressure, but who cares? If you didn't subscribe to see a sweaty trans guy knit, then I think that's on you, and you should reevaluate your standards. But we are gonna talk about Dan and Phil. First of all, the next thing I wanted to post on this channel, I wanted it to be an introspective video about either Dan and Phil in the fandom, particularly in defense of the fandom, or about their most recent tour, Terrible Influence Tour, aka TIT, and how it is a sequel to their last tour, Interactive Introverts. How you can really see the same sort of structure in that original tour, and how Dan and Phil are kind of visionary, artistic geniuses. Let's talk about TIT. That was so fun. Not to be like quoting fucking pin-off, but that was the most fun I ever had. Just like being in a room full of a bunch of other queer people. We're all singing the same songs, and we're all like having a good time and laughing and jeering when appropriate. Dan and Phil, like, they are so good at putting on a show. If they tour again, which I really do hope they do one day, it's gonna be another like spectacular performance. Like, they like set the bar and no one has reached that bar. It's crazy how it's been this way since that first tour, Tatanoff, that they've just been like on that kind of shit. I'm not gonna be too parasocial. Recently, it seems like there's a lot of issues with merch right now, which is not great. Especially with the photo cards. Now, I did not order the recent photo cards that they posted online. I bought all of mine at the tours. Hello. Oh my gosh. Also, I got really into putting stickers all over my things. I love it. I love it so much. I was like, I don't have the money to pay for more, and I'm happy with the ones I got, but I wouldn't mind receiving a chrome joint photo card, for example. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind that. Just to not completely take myself off of the in search of photo card market. But yeah, I've heard there's been a lot of issues. What's going on with their merch, and like there's just always been some weird shit happening behind the scenes. That always sucks. It always sucks. It's important to remember, like, don't be personal about this. Dan and Phil are being critiqued for being poor businessmen. You don't need to defend them at every turn, because like they're not your friend. They're not your friends. That's kind of why I haven't been super in touch with the fandom lately, because I've kind of I don't want to say I'm not parasocial about them. I 100% am, and I don't think it's possible to be like such a big fan of a YouTuber without having some form of a parasocial relationship. It's gonna happen, especially with two YouTubers who put so much of their personality, like a lot of what they are marketing, I guess, is their personality, you know? So I'm gonna be parasocial about it. But I also, you know, I don't want to, you know, sometimes there is a line. There is a line and there is a limit. And one could say I've tampered with the line. I've toyed with the line. I don't think there's anything wrong with writing fan fiction about two gay men who are really gay. I don't think there's anything wrong in reading that sort of thing. If it's not your personal tea, then like, you know, go off. But it's also not a sin. I don't think it's a sin to RPF. This is gonna be such a rambly nothing burger video. It's gonna be so funny and so fun to edit. What else? What else has been happening in terms of Dan and Phil? I guess I could talk a little bit about like my thing that I originally wanted to post that was like a defense of the fandom. I don't think I'm gonna make that video anymore because I'm just not interested in making like that sort of long form video essay. I'm not good at writing essays. I much prefer just talking like this and rambling and going on paragraphs long, you know, completely off the dome type of thoughts that I just post on Tumblr and like hope that somebody hears me or nobody hears me, because it's kind of just to get all of my thoughts out there. Yeah, let me talk about those thoughts. As the fandom has resurged, people have shown a light onto previous fandom actions, and also claiming that you're all just a bunch of like stalkers and shippers and weirdos, when in my opinion it's fine to read smutty fanfic about them. It's not that big a deal. And you know, people were definitely breaching their privacy in the past, but it's just not the same anymore. The idea of speculating about like whatever now has a lot less weight because they are out as gay. Like, it doesn't in my opinion, it really doesn't matter if people are trying to defend them for like, oh, you keep saying that they're husbands but they're not married, you can't just say that. They're not, what if they're not dating? And it's like, who cares? Who cares at this point? They are two gay men who have lived with each other for so long. Who gives a fuck? It like really doesn't matter. It doesn't like make any new statements about them because they've already come out. Oh shit, oh my yarn. This is the thing with working with really shitty yarn that I've already unraveled a billion times, is that it splits. It splits very easily. That's what I've been doing in the meantime of not being on Tumblr. I've been knitting. It's been fun. It's fun to have hobbies that aren't talking about YouTubers, it turns out. But I'm like, here, I'm blending the two. Anyway, I just want to dispel, because I'm not going to do this anymore, but I wanted to dispel myths about the fandom, about how people treat Dan and Phil fans, and how a lot of that is so rooted in misogyny, saying untrue things about Dan and Phil fans when it's like, you wouldn't have known like what's going on in the fandom. So it's like, how can you say, you know? I kind of tanked that idea because basically I'm not good at editing videos. If I do edit this well, it's pure luck. Shit, I've been purling when I should have been knitting. Whoopsie. Ooh, excuse me, Jesus Christ. The thing with Dan and Phil fans is that they're not a monolith. We are not a monolith. And there's such a variety of experiences that it's very silly to be like, oh, they're all stalker, shipper, fangirls, and whatever. And it's like, so much of that sentence is just misogyny and not even like talking about any actual, you know, crimes people have done. It's just being like, oh, you're a girl, so I don't like the girl hobby you're doing. Also, I'm doing a cable knit, so I'm gonna be cabling, but it's kind of like a cool wavy pattern. I might post a picture of what I had before I completely unraveled it and just started over, because I'm insane. Anyway, I do still, like, I'm not completely out of the loop of the fandom, thanks to private Discord server that we have. That's just like a group of friends that I made on Twitter back in 2023 when I was on Twitter, and it's just really nice to still have a peek into the outside world, even though I don't want to use Twitter. I can't for mental health reasons, and I don't want to for political reasons, and I hope it's obvious why. And honestly, I do believe that everyone should get off Twitter, but I get it. It's like, well, this is the one place I'm getting any, like, news about my favorite little gay boys. So I get it, but it's such a hellscape. but I get it. Can I hold? So I get updates from my friends, and getting updates through like just having like Discord calls with my friends all the time is actually way better than going onto Twitter and just seeing the cacophony of the timeline, because I'm just getting the highlight reel of like the juiciest stuff. Who got outed today for... That's not gonna be something I talk about here, but it's just like, whoa, that's crazy. It's nice experiencing social media from outside of social media. I am still on things. I'm on Blue Sky, which no one uses. I'm on Blue Sky, and I am on Instagram. I have a public Instagram that y'all can follow if you want, but I really don't post on there a lot. I'm mostly just on my private Instagram, and that's kind of all I need right now. I was definitely worried when I first like quit Twitter that like, I don't know, like I wouldn't be able to talk to so many people, and I do still, like, there's a lot of people from Twitter that I don't talk to anymore, not for any like nefarious reasons, but just because like we didn't keep in close contact, or we didn't talk a lot to begin with, but I still miss seeing their presence online, you know what I mean? But having like a little private Discord server is great as like a replacement for that, because like I said, I'm just getting the highlight reel. I'm not getting the full picture. I'm not getting grokked, and I don't have to be like giving Elon Musk money by like giving him ad revenue, and I don't want to do that no more. It does mean I'm often very late on things in terms of like updates on what's been going on in Dan and Phil fandom. Like even just if people are posting updates on Tumblr, or like Instagram notifications don't always go through about them. But like I guess I am kind of becoming normal again about them. Like I'm not hyper fixating on them. I'm kind of just at a point where it's like I'm gonna watch all of their videos at some point or another. So it's like, do I need to watch it immediately? No, because I'm not trying to like get engagement by talking about a thing immediately. I'm gonna watch it when I have free time and when I'm like able to. Hi, as you can see, in the middle of recording all of that, my camera died. Now I do have the audio of the rest of this ramble conversation, but it's just kind of nothing burger, and it would have been a lot of effort for me to try to edit throughout what I was saying because it's so rambly. I'm just like saying nothing burger the whole time, and I didn't even have like a proper conclusion. So I just wanted to say, hey, thanks for watching this. If you enjoyed this style of video, this style of content, please let me know, because I kind of want to make more stuff on this channel that isn't just like clip compilations. I just want to make sort of like videos where I talk about Dan and Phil in whatever way I want. Like I don't feel like I'm at the level of where I really want to put in all the effort to make a video essay sort of thing, or like sort of more serious media analysis, but that is something like I wanted to dabble in with regards to Dan and Phil, because I think that the stuff that they make can be really interesting to analyze under different lenses, like a film almost, even though, you know, for the most part they just make kind of, you know, silly videos. Let me know if you're interested in it. If you want to see me talk about knitting more, I talk about it on my main channel, and I plan on posting a few more things on my main channel about knitting, because that'll be fun, and maybe I'll knit over on this channel again as well. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.